Now, while the TVAN MC2 suspension gives brilliant ride off-road, long travel suspension, rugged, does the job, when you get to camp, it does have the disadvantage that you can't level the trailer in the same way as you can with a trailer that has airbags. Now, that means using ramps, digging holes, running over rocks, putting logs under wheels, whatever's required to level the trailer laterally, and then of course you use the jockey wheel to level it longitudinally. Now, I'm a bit of a tech buffin, and rather than hop in and out of the car 4 times when I'm on my own to get the trailer level, I'm going to give this device a try. It's called a SavvyLevel. Got no endorsement from these people, it's just a product that I found online, and I'm going to install that. Basically, it's an inclinometer that mounts to the trailer, and it talks by Bluetooth to your telephone. So you can be sitting in the driver's seat using an app on your phone to monitor the level of the trailer when you're reversing, driving, setting up in your parking bay. Now, for this thing to work, ideally you've got to have it on a source of constant power, so we'll tap into that in one of the forward storage lockers, and that'll also place the device towards the front of the trailer where I'm going to get better Bluetooth connectivity through to the driver's seat. Now, the heart of the SavvyLevel is this device that mounts to the drawbar and which requires constant power. To ruggedise the unit, it also comes with an additional mounting enclosure that makes it both watertight and protects it from mechanical damage from rocks and dust and the like. So we're going to mount this in this on the drawbar, hook it through to some power. Let's get stuck into it. Well, for mounting of the SavvyLevel, we need to put it on the chassis of the trailer in a position where it's going to measure both lateral and longitudinal angle. That way, when we're reversing in, we know exactly where the trailer's sitting and how much we need to correct it. The unit itself is designed for indoor mounting, but because the track trailer is mostly aluminium bodied, I was just concerned that I wouldn't get a good signal all the way through to the Land Cruiser. So I've also ordered the optional junction box that makes it a weatherproof installation. So the first job is to mount the base plate of the junction box. Then we pull this unit apart so that it fits inside the junction box, and then we run our power supply cable, couple it to the app, job done. Now, I don't want to mount it underneath the chassis because that would compromise our breakover angle, particularly going over humps and lumps in tracks. It will also be subjected to stones and rocks getting thrown up. The constant power supply behind this switch, we come through a grommet, down and around the door seal, then back and out of a grommet in the front enclosure to the SavvyLevel. We've got our SavvyLevel powered up. We have to connect to the trailer, and the default name is Savvy 3. Connecting. Alright, that's telling us we've got a connection. We've got 13.2, 13.3 volts power supply, and we're a little bit nose down and we're on an angle, which is right because my driveway's not flat. But I guess just to check it, if we wind the jockey wheel up, you can see that we're raising the front. And because the jockey wheel is actually on the side of the drawbar, it's tilting it a bit more. So, according to SavvyLevel, we're level front to rear, even though we've got a side lean. So once I get it out onto some flat ground in a car park somewhere, I'll be able to verify just how accurate SavvyLevel is compared to a spirit level. So I've got the SavvyLevel app on my phone. You can see it's connected through, and it's telling us that we're about 10 mil high on the right hand side and about 10 mil high at the back. Now we can sort this one out with the jockey wheel or raise and lowering of the airbags on the car. But normally we want the left hand side of the trailer to be slightly higher, knowing that it sags down when the kitchen's extended. With the trailer level, it's time to set up camp. Keep an eye on our blog travelling2.com.au for a long-term review of the SavvyLevel.